Hey guys, how's it going? It's Infant King here, and I am going to show you guys the second part of my tutorial for GFX. I'm just going to get started. I'm just going to get started immediately because I don't really have anything else to talk about, honestly. So yeah. Oh crap. Nope. I don't want to put that anywhere. Oh my god. Okay. This is already gone bad. Yeah, but you want to open up your template thing, which you should have. And then you're going to take your logo or text that you just made and resize it on here. By the way, while you're resizing, you want to hold shift on your keyboard, and that'll make it so it's locked, so it doesn't get all stretched and warped. And you just want to put it in the middle like that. Then you're going to want to take a color correction. This was also made by the person who made this little pack, and then he also made the Lightroom that I used, so I'm giving him a lot of credit for this because he did do like half of it when it comes to the things that I was using. So yeah, just gonna exit out of this because you don't need it anymore. This is what it looks like without it. It looks like with it looks so much better, but you can't really see the outside as much, so you want to make a new layer right above your logo and make a clipping mask. Then you want to set it to overlay and zoom in on your logo real close and just start putting the making a brush. Get your brush tool, make it a white brush, a white soft brush, and just go over all of the like parts that are blue, and then that'll make it stand out more. So yeah, I'm gonna go over this really quickly because I could get it all perfect, but it'd take a long time. And since this is a tutorial, you probably don't want to see me just doing the outline the whole time, so I'm just going to get this done really quick. Maybe color that little drowsy piece over there. Maybe that one and that. Alright, so there we go. We got that, and now we can just go and hold shift and then click on your logo as well as the new layer you just made, and then right click and go to merge layers, which merges them together. Then you want to make another layer, make another clipping mask, but this time set it to soft light instead of overlay. Then you want to make a larger brush and just kind of brush around some pieces like that, so it looks like that looks all good. Then you want to right click on it and go to click merge down, so it merges those two things together again. And now is the part we're going to start adding stuff. I also have another background thing if you want to change the colors of it that I might link in the description, which also is not mine. Obviously you can see it says Floozy Big CC Pack. So let's say I wanted to change the color, which I don't. I'm actually going to show you guys how to do it a different way, so I'm actually just going to exit out of that because I don't even need it. I'm going to be using this instead, and I'm going to get a flare. I'm also going to link this one, of course. I'm going to link everything that I'm using because I don't think I did that in my last tutorial where I linked everything. I think I only linked a couple things, but yeah. You want to get a flare in this pack and put it on the top, but you can see it looks really bad. The flare looks all bad and stuff. I don't really know how to explain it, but you want to put it over the color correction, and obviously it's not going to be the same like shade of blue as this thing. So you want to go here, go to hue and saturation, and make a clipping mask on the flare. Then you just want to change and like mess around with the color until it's around the right one that you want. I guess like that would be good. I'm just gonna move that up a little bit, And then you're just going to duplicate your layer by hitting Control and J, and then move it over to the bottom, and take your color correction and hit Control J again to duplicate your color, or not your color correction, your hue and saturation, my bad. Your hue and saturation, you want to duplicate it and then make a clipping mask on the lower one, the lower flare. So now it looks like this. There's a little bit of light coming from the top and the bottom. You kind of want a little bit more light on the top than there is on the bottom, so I'm just going to move these around a little bit. You don't want them too noticeable, you just want like a little bit of light. Then you're going to make a new layer, put it above everything except this thing, of course, because this is what makes it so this ugly part doesn't show up. And you want to get a white soft brush, make it pretty big, and just go like that. Just kind of make like, just dab the brush on this thing just to make like a little bit more light into it, so it looks like that. Then you want to go to this thing, just use a couple things. There's a couple things that I like in here, like this texture looks pretty cool. I'm just gonna add it to this and just put it over, and it just adds a little texture thing to the light. Then you want to duplicate it, Control J. You probably want to remember that command, Control J, because you want to duplicate things a lot. And then there's another thing in here that I like, is this little spacey thing. You just want to put that over there. Now I'm just going to exit out of that because I don't think I need anything else. Put this under the color correction, so it looks like that. Then you want to take an eraser tool, set the size to like 100 or maybe like 200. Then make the hardness 0 and the opacity at about 50. And you just want to like use the eraser tool and just kind of erase around the logo. Maybe make this part a little less bright, and yeah, it's just gonna look like that. Looks pretty good, pretty small. You don't want it to pop out too much, so it looks like that. There's like a little bit going on in the background. This looks pretty cool so far. Obviously not even close to being done yet though. There's a lot of things in here that I like. I'm not going to use very many though. I'm going to use this screen dirt. That's something that looks really cool, is screen dirt and screen dust in this. You want to look for those because they're like really cool looking things. So yeah, just take the screen dirt, put it right here. If it doesn't cover the entire text, you can duplicate it, put it like this, and then press Control T, and that'll make it so you can move it around and kind of just change it so it doesn't look exactly the same, like as if you copied and pasted it. See here, it looks a little bit different. Then you want to merge these two layers. You don't have to merge the layers, I just do it to make it easier. And then set it to screen. Take your eraser tool and again just erase around here like that. I'm going to set the opacity to about 70 so it doesn't show up as much. Maybe 75, yeah, that looks good. And then another thing you want to add is some screen dust. And instead of just having it on the logo, you actually want to try and make it so it covers the entire banner like this. You usually just duplicate it like twice and then just make it cover the whole thing. Merge the layers again. Set it to screen. Then take your eraser tool and just, well, actually set the opacity to about 70. I actually set the opacity to about 30. You don't want it to show up as much. And yeah, just erase the part on the logo a little bit. Maybe erase some of the parts right there. And it's just so there's a little bit going on in the background. Then there's another thing that I have. It's a little pack thing by that same person, like that floozy person, and it has some cool space things. This is a really cool one. I like this one a lot. Looks like this under the color correction. Looks really nice. Pretty much you just want to drag it right about here. It's being really slow because of the color correction. So usually you can just disable that if you want it to be a little faster. I'm just going to do that. And you just Control J, move this, merge them together, and turn on the color correction again. Then you want to set this thing to screen, obviously. So it looks like that. It looks really weird. Actually, instead of merging it, I'm actually going to press Control T and move this like that, so it looks a little different. Now I'm gonna merge them together and set it to screen. Turn on the color correction and just erase the parts that shouldn't be there. Just erase these big light things because they don't look very good. And if you want, set the opacity to about 20 on your eraser so the little like blobs of eraser things aren't as big. And yeah, just go around, just erase parts. Probably hearing a lot of clicking right now. This is kind of just something that I do, is I keep clicking on it instead of holding it down. So yeah, erase parts like that. So now it added a little bit of color to the background, and I don't know, there's some other things you can do. I guess you could change the color of it. Actually there's some right there that I need to erase, right over there, maybe some right there, and that's pretty much how it's looking right now. Looking really good, looking very nice, and it's honestly not very hard to make. I don't know how long this has been going on. 12 minutes isn't really that long for a background like this. You could change a couple things. Something that I've recently found out is if you take your paint bucket tool, make the color, I think like gray it was. Maybe not that gray. Maybe darker gray. Yeah, if you set it to kind of light gray like that, or I'm just messing around with it, see what looks good, because you want this part to be showing, like you want all the details and stuff, you know. That looks pretty good, I guess. And yeah, just change it like that so now it looks a little white, like a white thing. Then you can take your text, your 3D text. Let me find it. Put your logo back in. Make it larger than the other logo that you already have in, and put it behind it like that. Then set the opacity to about 20, no, maybe like 12. Set the opacity to about 12. Just see whatever looks good. So now it has like a little outline-ish thing, and just to make this thing blend in a little bit more, I'm going to take a smudge brush and just smudge it in, just to make it seem like it's blending in more. Take the eraser tool, erase little parts of the smudge thing, and there. Now it looks like it's blending in a little bit more. So you got that. Looks really cool. I kind of like this like whitish thing, but yeah, it looks kind of plain. Usually it looks a lot better with text, so it'll probably look a little bit better for you, but it looks a little plain when it comes to the colors. So pretty much I think we're gonna be done with when it comes to the logo and stuff. So now is when you're gonna make it look a little bit prettier. So you're gonna go to this little yin yang looking thing, and go to gradient map and make it purple and orange. You should have this. It's just like purple and orange and stuff. And set the blending mode to soft light, and that just makes it look all warm and nice. And set the opacity to about 30, so it's not too big of like a difference. Then you want to make a new layer, take a brush, and then get some random colors. I think I'm just gonna pick some random things. Set the blending mode to hue so you can see what it's gonna look like. Then just make random colors. Let's just do like orange, green, because green's cool, and purple. Let's just try purple, see what it looks like. Yeah, okay, that looks whatever. Set the opacity to about 75 so it's not as like noticeable. And then you just want to go around just color in the outside of it too, so the background part's colorful as well. And yeah, you're just gonna color around, keep coloring, keep doing what you want, whatever you think looks nice. If you don't think this white kind of background looks good, you can always just ignore it, and then like ignore these steps, and then keep it black. Like, I'm pretty sure if I made it black right now, let's or not black, but like a really dark gray, like how it was before. Yeah, this is how it would look like normally. So you have two options. This one actually looks kind of cool, honestly. I might keep it as the black one, but you have two choices. You can keep it like this so it's white, or you can keep it so it's black. I might be sticking with the black one. It looks a little bit nicer to me, in my opinion. And then if you want, you can always like add some text if you have a logo or something. I don't know. I'm not too good at adding text yet. I can't really make it look too good. So let's just like move it around, see what's going on. Maybe put it up there and put it under all the stuff when it, like the color correction and that stuff. And then add a couple things to it, double click on it, maybe add a drop shadow, a gradient overlay. Actually, don't add that. Maybe set the opacity to about 50. I don't know. Maybe set it to 100 and add overlay. It's all like, it's your choice, you know. You don't even have to do this part. But I'm good. I'm not gonna mess around with that too much now. I'm just going to show the rest of the tutorial. Just make a new layer, go to image, apply image, and that'll take pretty much your whole image and make it into one layer. Then you want to go to filter, blur, lens blur, set it to about 8, and then hit OK. Then get your eraser tool, set the opacity to 100, and just erase the logo and maybe like a little bit of the outside of it. Then maybe set the opacity to 50, erase more of the outside of it, and then keep the very outside the same. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like at the end. A lot better than my older tutorial, I think, and hopefully you guys like it. If you want, you can just change whatever you want, and I would really love to see you guys your guys' results. So if you could send them to me, I'll check them out, and you know, maybe give it a like or a comment or something. So just tell me how it turns out and give me like a video response. That'd be super cool. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.